Hey everybody, it's Denise Ellsworth. I wanted to give a quick overview of our new changes to the pollinator data entry for our phenology garden network. We have a few changes, but basically our system is the same. We're still monitoring plants for 3 minutes each, once a week when they're in bloom, but we're entering our data in cooperation with the Great Sunflower Project, which is kind of a change. So I wanted to show you a few of the changes that we'll have. On our phenology page under pollinator data entry, you'll see this page that gives you kind of an overview of how things have changed. A little welcome from Gretchen LeBoon, who coordinates the Great Sunflower Project. So just like lots of other websites, the first thing you'll need to do is to create an account with the Great Sunflower Project. So you'll visit their website, you'll enter a username, your email address, and a password. And then just like other places, you'll get an email confirmation to make sure that that's really you requesting an account, and then you'll be ready to go. I put the PDF file of our data sheet on this page, as well as a Word file. I know some gardens like to enter the plants in there, so it's handy. And that is also up here under the drop-down tab under pollinator data entry. So here's your PDF sheet. Here's the sheet in Word. So I'll click on that just to show you it's almost the same as it was before. We just have a little addition that I'll talk about in just a minute. So those forms are on there for you if you want to take those out into the field. So once you're ready to enter some data, a count of pollinators, you go to the Add Account on the Great Sunflower Project page. And I have screenshots here that show you where we're going, what we're doing for all of those. So our standard method is a stationary count in the verbiage of the Great Sunflower Project. So we're going to click on Stationary Observation Type. And you have 3 choices here. You can start an observation right now. So you can actually be on your device, on your phone or on your iPad, out in the field, and there's an automatic timer there. So if you have a good if you have a good cell connection and you want to just have the counter take it for you, and you can enter data right there on your phone, you can start an observation now. You can click this one if you completed an observation moments ago, and so the benefit of that is it automatically puts the date and the time in there, so you don't have to enter that. Or you can record an observation you made in the past. So this is nice for those counties that have one person who kind of collects data sheets and then enters all that at one time. You enter the location. So the first time you come here, you're going to enter a new location. I have a couple locations saved, but I'm going to say new location, and I'll show you what that does. So I click on Next. And here I'm going to start to type the address of my location. So I'm going to put 1680 Madison Avenue. I'm going to mark the address. Gives me a little point there on the map. And now that's going to be in my saved locations. Okay, now this is a difference between the way we've collected data in the past and the Great Sunflower Project. They want to know the number of flowers that you watched. And so if I'm watching a group of purple coneflowers and there are 6 flowers that I'm watching, I'm going to put 6 in there. Okay. I actually was watching my forsythia, so I'm going to put 4 flowers that were in bloom for my forsythia. And then I'm going to start to type the name of the plant. So my forsythia. There's a drop down. That's going to give me basic information. So at this point, the Great Sunflower Project doesn't have all of our plants in the system in the drop-down, along with all of our cultivars. We hope to get that in soon. So you may find the plant that you can choose, or if it's not there, you can just type the plant in. Okay, then I'm going to click on Next. So I was watching 4 flowers. It was pretty cold, even though the sun was out and it was above 50 degrees, but I didn't see any pollinators. So that's easy. I can just click here. I did not see any pollinators. But let's say I saw 1 bumblebee and I saw 1 honeybee. Okay, I can put that in there. Or I can enter, if I saw 2 bumblebees, I can add another box and I can enter the species if I knew different species. Okay, but I'm going to say I did not see any pollinators. I'll clear these out. Okay, and then I'm going to next. Here's my date and time when I made these observations. I observed for, let's see, 3:30 in the afternoon. I observed for 3 minutes. I'm going to say finish. Okay. Now I can go back in and edit. Let's say I made a mistake. I need to go in there and change something. I got the time wrong or the date wrong, or I need to change something with my observations. I can go back in and do all of that. That's also under my data, under my account. Okay, I'm going to say, all right, I'm saving that. That's good. And that's it. So if I'm ready to make add another count, let's say I watched another plant on that day, and I want to go in, I want to do the same thing. I'm going to pick stationary. I am recording an observation I made in the past. I'm going to select my location. Here's my saved location. And I just go through one at a time. So I hope that was a helpful introduction to our new pollinator data entry method with the Great Sunflower Project. I'm excited to be cooperating with Gretchen and her 100,000 data collectors across the country. We're kind of filling a gap. They don't have as many data points in the Midwest as they would like to have. So we'll hopefully have some great information from Ohio plants and Ohio pollinators. So that's an update on our pollinator data entry process. Our plant phenology data entry process is going to be the same for this year. We'll probably partner with a larger organization next year, but for this year, if you click there on phenology data, you're going to get exactly the same site that you've seen in the past. You log in the same way and enter your phenology first bloom and end of bloom. If you happen to get to this page and you go to enter your pollinator data, you forget about the Great Sunflower Project, it's going to take you back here and point you back to the Great Sunflower Project for the pollinator data. So thanks everybody. Let me know what questions you have, and thanks for all your help.